We're here today to do a pre-sale for an estate sale. And the first thing I want to do is I want to take you and peruse through the house and see what we can find. And then I'll do the picking. I'm not going to record everything during the picking part. I want to concentrate on the picking part. But what I want to do is journey you through the house so you can see everything, and then you can point out what I missed in the video. And at the very end, I'll showcase everything I picked up. And of course, at the very, very end, I will show you what everything sold for. Now join us. Well, we're here in the middle of this train hub. Look, and I call it a hub because this is basically the focal point of this whole train system that this guy has created in his whole entire house. Now let's go through and let's check everything out in detail. Not super detail because there is a lot to see in this house, but I wanted to peruse through the house and show you everything that's in this house. I've already found a few things that I'm going to find, or that I'm going to bring home, and then I'm going to showcase. So let's walk through this. First of all, look at this. A lot of this pieces are plastic Ville. We've got a Lionel metal piece right here. I think I'm going to take this whole platform. Like I said, there is so many pieces in this conglomerate of trains and everything. Look at this. It's so cool. Some of it is just kind of makeshift, like this Home Depot, but very cool. I don't want to go too fast, but I do want to show you everything. Oh, look at this. We got the mariachis. Oh no, that's not mariachis. This is Navajo. Look at it. Very cool. The lighting, I apologize for the lighting in here, but look at this. Can you imagine just sitting in here all day playing with the trains, having them go? Look at this one. This one's $500. It is really nice. And look at this transformer. Wow. I'm probably going to pick up one of these. These are really cool. And then we got the Marx trains. Look, these are metal Marx trains. $125 for this one. This one's $350. So these are super high-end trains. I am going to pick and choose. I'm not super knowledgeable about trains, but I do know that Lionel is definitely the main one that you want to get. Now look at that Disneyland Village right there. I might pick that up. That's really cool. And we have this train. Now look at this. This is just trains that he's got all the way down here. There's duplicates, a lot of duplicates, and we'll see all that. And then there's this kind of the basic 10 ones. These are not high-end ones, but you know, these are really cool. And they're, by the way, they're super heavy. And then we just got your basic. This is your basic set that you always see. They were priced out at piece by piece because she couldn't figure out how to sell the whole set. There's probably going to be a lot of train collectors in here that just want to come and pick and choose pieces. But look at this. I found the box for this one. Thomas Kincaid, Christmas. That one's really cool. But these Commodores, look at them. They're just Commodore Vanderbilt. I mean, they're just amazing. Look at this. I mean, what pieces would you pick? Honestly, looking at this, I mean, what would you choose? Would you choose a metal set like this right here? I think that I might pick this up. This one's really cool. Now wait till you see the stairs that I got to go down. Look at that army piece right there. That is really cool. And then, of course, mixed in are some 8-track tapes. And look at this Pac-Man phone. I think I'm going to pick that up. I did look at this one. Check this out. The Marxtronic electric train system. Battery operated. I think I'm going to pick that one up. 24 bucks. Look at that. Now that one is a masterpiece. $220 for that whole train. That one is very cool. And then we got a Monopoly train. I'll show you that one. But look at all these. These are just so cool. And what she said is there's an engine one that's really heavy, and this is like the dummy one that goes at the very tail end of the, or it's the one that comes behind it. You know how you'll have multiple trains, and that's exactly what that piece is. Look at this. There's just so many cool pieces in here. And she does have a lot of the boxes, so If I do find a piece, I will go in there and I'll show you that right now. Let's show you where all the boxes are. They're all up in here. You can see. Yeah, that Coca-Cola disc phone, I'm gonna look that up, but I know they're not worth a lot of money, but it's just cool to have the box and everything. So, but anyway, look at all these steam engines. These are steam engines. I don't know if you can see everything, but he has multiple steam engines. And here's the one I picked out, the one I was showing you. This one. It's got this dummy car behind it. And then the Monopoly set is right here. This is the Monopoly set. She cannot locate the transformer for it, but who knows where it's at. But all these sets will be broken down and sold piece by piece. And these, a lot of Plasticville pieces. And there's just so much. Now, I didn't go on the back side of this, so I don't... Oh yeah, that's the stairwell. We're gonna go down the stairwell right now. So I'll stop recording. We're working our way down these. Look at these really steep steps. Don't know how... The gentleman was 80 years old. I don't know how he maneuvered around this place. But... And look, really cool LA Rams vintage hat. 10 bucks. Gonna pick that one up today. This is the collection that I'm really intrigued by, is cars. I really like cars. Let's see if we can point some really cool ones out. Oh, I like these Texaco Ertl cars. These are really cool. She says she does have some of the boxes for some of these, so we'll look those up, see what we can find. There's something that you think I should have picked up, let me know. I don't know, this is probably a newer 10 reproduction, but he definitely has a lot of original items. And then we have just other stuff. There's Coca-Cola products here, cups. Those will probably be cool to pick up. Probably put those in my wife's antique booth, see if she wants that. And then we got power tools. Haven't even been back over here, so I'm pretty much going to spend a lot of time here today picking and choosing. Here's another one of those twin motors. I call it twin. It looks like it's a twin motor. Look at this old toolbox. Poverty sucks. Yes, yes it does. Now let's work our way over here. Now we're gonna go out to another area where trains are at. Have not been out here yet. You got the G gauge trains out here. We did a walkthrough through the house to kind of check everything out. And we got some Christmas stuff out here. Look at those bells. That one's really cool, that set. Oh, we got a Christmas tree here. Oh, I picked that one up. And we just have a lot of stuff. Oh, and by the way, going back to this Christmas tree, if the lights aren't in here, you can purchase the lights online and put replacement pieces in there. So don't think that you shouldn't do that. That's a handmade one. Really cool. And let's go back into the house. Just look at this place. It's amazing. Oh, look at those cookie jars. Apparently it's still Christmas here. Unless the gentleman passed away at that time. Let's work our way back here. Now this is when you come into the entrance, this is what you're going to see. Look at this really cool pink train set for $180. That's really cool. And then we've got records and DVDs, which I always like to go through. So we'll look at that. There's a stereo system. And they're still, like I said, they're still setting up stuff. They're going to use this as a display. I picked this up for my wife. All Aboard Disney Railroad. Check it out. Really cool. Yep. So, picked that up for her. Now, she's still pricing a lot of this stuff in here. But look at the trains. I mean, there's so many. Oh my gosh. Like, wow. Train sets for days. Plasticville. A lot of stuff is Plasticville. And then, oh, that one's falling apart. That's okay. Look at that Norman Rockwell train set. That's a nice display piece. Wow. Yep. Okay. Now let's go into the bedroom area. Look at this. Oh, this is the one I'm quite interested in. This one. This Canadian Pacific for the G. And I think these are the actual boxes for them. So probably going to get that. So I'm probably going to get a few of O, HO, and a couple of G gauge. A lot of the people prefer the O and HO gauge. But when it comes to train collectors, there's something for everybody. And there's also more stuff in here she was pointing out. It hasn't even been pulled out. There's a track. Looks like we got, oh, that's interesting. Okay, well, we'll look into that. And then I'm really cool into these. Now look at this. This is the closet area where he's got all his clothes and shoes. And I've got a train up here. Look at this. Really cool. Look at this circus train. That one's $400. But it comes in the box. The box is right there. This one, $200 for that one. And then here's another one of those Lionel vintage train sets. This one's only got 3 cars. The other one upstairs, I believe he may have painted that one. And here's another one of these Transformers. I'm definitely going to pick one of those up. Those are cool. But here's all the individual boxes for this train. And then you always got your VHS and DVD up here. And now check out these pieces. These are really cool too. Look at this right here. That's cool. Let's see if we can find a year on this. No, can't find a year, but that looks like it might not be so old as anticipated. And then you always want to search the bathroom and see what kind of items you found here, but looks like we're not going to find much. And I think one of the other rooms is just a bunch of pillows. She showed me. Yeah. So here we're back here. Okay. Work our way down here. And then we got a den area. Look at this. So planes. Oh, got a Polaroid. Definitely going to pick that up. But today I really want to concentrate on the trains. Look at this Greyhound bus. I know it's very light and cool, but it's just cool. It's a cool piece. Look at the Cabbage Patch. I know there's so much in here. Oh, there's Elvis in the case. He's nothing but a hound dog. Well, I think we need to start looking and seeing what we find. Look at those really cool bears. Let's see what we dig up. There's just so much here. Look at these Bibles and the cases. Those are so cool. Okay, well, let's go. I'm going to go get my boxes and work one room at a time. And then we'll see what we find and what we spend today. But today we're going to definitely find a lot of golden ticket items. Okay, let's see what we find. You're probably thinking, what is this? This is a really cool Mark's toy from 1966. It's called the Honeymoon Cottage. This guy was really into trains, and anything that was train related he purchased. This thing goes, someone has it listed for $95. I know for a fact I can get 50 to 65 for it, guaranteed. The reason I didn't hesitate to buy it, or hesitated to buy it, was this wooden cardboard thing, but I looked and that's the way it came. So let's go over everything. I did purchase a lot of trains, and one of the ones I got was these these locomotive steam machines, 2026 with a Lions tender whistles. This thing whistles. But I got some tracks so I can display that. I listed one already for 50 bucks. Oh, by the way, I got 8 of these for, I think, $150. So she gave me a really good deal. I paid $55 for this really cool U.S. Army. A lot of the trains that I showed you were very expensive, and I really cherry picked and picked the ones that I thought that people would want. And I listed this one on a bid at $85. It's already at $85. I have this one listed. No one's bid on that one. And I pulled out all the lights. I just knew that these would be the hit. Now these set right here. Oh, by the way, a lot of these are pre-war, which means they were before World War II. And these, I already have these on auction for $28.50. I did sell another set of lights, which I've already shipped, and I sold them for $47. I don't know how much I paid. I probably paid anywhere from $2 to $3 for these. So these are really cool. Look at these main streets. These are, like, they're just minty. They're really cool. And this one, probably gonna get like $50 to $75 for that one. You'd be amazed on these lights. And of course, you always go for the vintage Christmas trees. Paid 10 bucks for that. Picked up, there was a lot of cameras, and I got this Olympus. Make sure you look out for the Olympus OM10, okay? This one's a really good one, and if you can find it with the Zuko 50mm lens, and by the way, this thing is minty fresh. We'll just leave that right there. It came with the flash and a teleconverter, Zesner 2X for the OM, which is that. Always be on the lookout for these holy Bibles right here. Works, very good condition. Oh, and by the way, the Olympus has the manual. By the way, if you can find this Bible sealed, you can sell it for $100. This one I'll probably get like anywhere from 25 to 30. And here is the ultimate bolo. These Sunbeam radiant toasters. Basically, you load the toaster, and make sure you load it on the right hand side, because that's how it goes down. It automatically goes down. We did test these. She did look these up and realized how valuable these are. This one right here I have on the auction right now, and it has bid at $155. Now these can sell anywhere from up to $350 to $800. Condition, this one's pretty good, and this one is not so good. Have not listed that one, but I didn't want the auctions to coincide with each other, and then people get confused as to what they were bidding on. So once this one sells, I think one of them is the 35 and the 35-1. I think this is the 35-1, or this could be it. Another thing I found was this Polaroid. Always be looking out for the Polaroid 600. Now, we've found this sealed in a package, and we've sold that up to $200. Brand new in the package. This thing sells for $200. Now, I've got the film, got the manual. It's in excellent condition. Easily $100 right there. As you can see, everything's adding up. I took 3 different trips to this thing. The first trip, I spent $750. The second one, I spent $300, and then the last trip I spent $400. So, and I did buy a lot of good merchandise. I've probably sold like $700 already, and I've just barely got into listing everything. And I've got these Hawthorne Manger sets by Thomas Kincaid. They come original with the paperwork, brand new. I can get like 50 a piece for these, because these are brand new, were never used. Always look out for a vintage choice. By the way, this train collection, the one thing that I was looking out for was everything that was involved in the collection, not just the trains and the track. He put a lot of really cool details in it. He had this Ideal stagecoach. Now, what's really cool about this is it actually has the gun, or the rifle. I'm sorry. It has the rifle. He did modify it and put a little piece of wood right there, glued it on. It looks like it may have cracked right there, so I probably should include that in the photos. I might reshoot that one. But let's go through the rest of everything I found. One of the other things I picked up was this Marantz stereo system. It has the receiver, a dual cassette, and it actually had a CD player and a turntable, which I've already sold both of those. But the receiver actually has the remote. Look, as I turn it on and off. I didn't plug this one in because I needed an extra outlet in the back, but this does work too. Listing this for about 200 bucks. This is a little over 100. I sold the CD player for about, I think, 75. The turntable did not have the dust cover, but was working, and I sold that for around 50. I paid $75, and the reason I point that out is if you can ever pick up Marantz, and I've always picked up these gold cover ones because it seems like, or gold faced, it seems like that I can always get good deals. The first one I ever bought, I paid $10 for, and I grabbed the speakers. Now, I did not pick up the speakers for this one because there's just too much to deal with. The unit itself, we did negotiate on $75, and so that's about $18.75 for each unit. Gonna make really good money, and especially having the remote. And I'm gonna sit on that until that sells because it works, and it's just, it's gold, as you can see. When I was looking through the trains, I really was focusing on the O gauge, and I really should have been looking for the N gauge. I am shocked at the value of these little N gauges. This one here is called a Minitrix or something like that. Anyway, this one sells for over $100. This Bachmann, now like I said, I really focused in on the Lionel. I didn't kind of looted the Bachmann. I just thought I discounted them. This one right here has sold for $150. So I just thought in the package, brand new, that's definitely going to be a solid flip. Now, I didn't want to so focus on the trains because you saw a lot of trains. I wanted to show you everything else I found at that house. Look at this, an OM10 Olympus. Be on the lookout for this model, OM10 Olympus. Now, you can usually pick these up like this with everything. This actually has the Olympus flash, and then it has a teleconverter. And one thing that's really good about this one, it has the Zuko 50 millimeter Olympus, the actual one that actually goes with this. Some of the ones that you'll see out there are not the actual ones that go with it. So be on the lookout for that. Always look for this and try to pay around $50, and you can sell these for like around $200. So I paid $50 for that. Look, it's just got everything. Got the manual. It's just ready to go. Also, I picked up another couple cameras. Always look out for the 35 millimeter cameras. And right here we got a Canon, and this is an 80 tele lens. And watch it, it works. I don't know if you heard that, but it opened up. And actually, I have film here. Let's see, is this one? Yeah, here's the one. We got some film that we can include in this. So I purchased brand new batteries on Amazon for this camera and found out that in this container right here was the battery. But I'm going to keep these on hand so when I come across these cameras, it's easy to flip these when they know that they work. And this particular one I'll sell for about 75 and 80 bucks. And I paid 20. And I also paid 20 for this one. Look, it's got a brand new Canon case with it. Canon brand. Oh, and all of these include manuals. So that was a good deal. And then this one probably sell for about 60. I'm going to buy another battery. There is film in this, so I'm pretty sure it was operational. I bought 6 of these really adorable looking campers. And this is the only one that's left. I had Air Flight, a couple Airstreams, and a couple Winnebagos. When I saw them kind of in the midst of all the trains, I had her pull these, and this is, I probably like 10 to 15 bucks in each one, and they sold pretty quick. Now this is really cool. This is a K-line train, and the reason I wanted to show you all the different variations of trains, like you saw how many trains this guy had. And this one's a K-line, and I just sold this one for $155. And this, believe it or not, this was a throw-in. She actually said, oh, just take it. So got that for, sold that for $155. And like I said, I wanted to show you that I bought stereo equipment, I bought cameras, trains, and let's see what else I found. Always look out for Marantz. Always look out for Marantz. And the gold face Marantz, I've always sold these very well. I picked up the receiver, a dual cassette, a CD player, and a turntable, and both the CD player and turntable sold immediately. The only thing about the turntable is it didn't have the dust cover, so I had to sell it for a little lower than usual. I sold that one for $50, and then the CD player I sold for around $75. I got this one listed for a little over $100, and since we have the remote for the receiver, I'm selling that for about $200. So always be on the lookout for Marantz. I paid $75 for all of it, so it's I'm about $18.75 into each piece. And yes, parting it out is the way to go. There was a set of speakers there. I passed on the speakers. They're just too bulky, and they were not in great shape, and I just didn't want to hassle with that big bulky item and shipping. You could flip them locally if they were in good condition, and always be looking out for some really high-end speakers that you can sell online. Now, in terms of trains, I was looking more at the O gauge when I should have probably been looking at the N gauge, and I was focusing in on mostly the Lionel trains. But on this, I want to show you the different variations. We have this one, it's called Mini Tricks. You look at it and you think, that's some just cheap packaging. Believe it or not, this unit right here sells for about $100. And in addition, I found this Bachmann Overland 4 8x4 and the tender. So always when you're also looking for trains, make sure you get the locomotive and the tender. They always go together as a set. And as you see, this one is really cool. This one sells for about $150, so be on the lookout for that. Cameras. Always look for cameras. And this is the model of camera that you want to look for. The OM10 Olympus. I sold one of these. I picked one up at a garage sale, paid $50, and I flipped that for about $175. So this one works. It's got, it actually has the Zuiko Olympus 50mm adaptation lens. In addition, we have the teleconverter 2 times for the OM. Always make sure that everything fits the model when you're testing it out. And I also got Olympus flash. Look at that. Everything is, this one's in mint condition. I mean, it is looking really nice. It was in this bag. I just put it in the bag. I didn't take photos of the bag. I'm using that for storage purposes. In addition, I bought a couple Canon cameras. Always look out for film cameras. And right here, this one's actually got, so I got an extra roll of film. There is film inside the camera. As you can see, it is working. Let's see if we can, yeah, there you go. I also got the manual with it. I bought new batteries from Amazon because to test it out, and realized that there was a battery in this case right here afterwards. So that's okay. It's always good to have batteries on hand. So if I come across these and don't have batteries, I have extra. So always look out and purchase batteries. Have them on hand because it does really sell your camera above everyone else. When you put at least tested versus untested. And then here we go. We got a Canon SureShot 130U. I purchased the wrong batteries for this one, so I've got to send those back to Amazon and grab a couple more. Also, I wanted to tell you, if you're looking on or purchasing Amazon and there's other fellow YouTubers and they have the affiliate links, make sure you click on them. Go to like John Cincinnati Picker. He has a link. Shed Flips. They have links. Go to their links. It does help their channel. Anyway, the other thing I got was these really cool, she had a bunch of campers that were within the train collection, and I had her pull those because I really just thought these were really cool. I had 6 of these. I've already sold 5 of them. This is the last one, this Airstream Bambi. I had a couple Winnebagos. I sold those, and then I had a Shasta Air Flight. I can't remember what the other one was, but they were really cool, and I just sell another Airstream. Now here was a throw-in. So I wanted to point out we had the Bachmann and we had the Lionel trains that we showed you, but this one is a K-line. I didn't know anything about this train. I do know that it's O gauge. This was a throw-in, and I sold this today for $155. So be on the lookout for trains. Take the time, look at them, and of course I picked it because it said United States Army. I just thought that was really cool. Anyways, stand by and I'll show you the rest of the things that I found.